the time that I dated a straight girl. I met her at work for this little clinic. Cecile, that's my boo, that's my homie. Gay homeboy, love him to death. Me and him, we used to go out like a lot. I'm gonna name the girl Anna. So Anna, she had just moved here from out of state, so she ain't had no friends, she didn't really know nobody. Cecile was working with her around the time. She was like, yo, like we should go out. We go out with her, have a good time and all that. Cool, you know, she vibing, we cool, we whatever. Off rip. I'm under the impression this girl is straight. If you straight, I'm not even gonna look, listen, if you are straight or if you are in a relationship, I am not going to look your way. I am not going to give you the time of day. I am not going to pay attention to you. I'm not even going to count you as a qualified candidate. But I mean, I love making beautiful women smile. One weekend where she hits my line, texts me and she's like, me and Cecile was talking and we thinking about going out. So I review my budget. Immediately, I'm like, you know what? Like, I ain't got it right now. I just paid rent, just paid all my bills. Also trying to stack some coins for my birthday. Like, nah, I'ma just chill. You know, I'm thinking that's that, right? She hits me back. Oh no, don't worry about it. I'ma come pick you up and everything. Okay, you got it. She was real big into like cooking and catering and she really wanted to build a business. I kept telling her, I was like, I love food. We'll see if you really about what you be talking about. It was this one day where she hits me up and she's like, hey, I planned on cooking, so I thought maybe I could bring you some food. Okay, that's cool. Like, why not? I made $16 an hour, y'all. It's free food. Somebody want to cook for you? Girl, you better take that. She brings this Mexican casserole. Smacked. A whole bottle of Jose Cuervo, y'all. Whole bottle of Jose. She pulled up like around 6 or 7, right? I'm thinking, you know, she probably gonna dip out like around like 10. Girl, tell me what, 11 o'clock rolls around. We was playing Jenga. I could tell that she had something to say, right? So she looks at me and she's like, you know, like, I feel like I really am starting to like you. She was talking to her cousin who is a lesbian. Like I was talking to her or whatever and just telling her how like you make me feel. They said that if I was to ever date a woman, she would look just like you. Brown skin and very feminine. Didn't want to date a stud for whatever reason. I am shocked. I'm shocked. Just sitting there like, what? Huh? What did I do? I'm just like, I'm so intrigued. Maybe a straight girl has had feelings for me before, but she was the first one ever told me. Whoa. I get excited. Anytime somebody is vulnerable with me, that's a turn on. Automatically turned on by that. And that night didn't end till the next morning, really the next afternoon. This is the time that I dated a straight girl. Moving right along, we ended up making it official probably like a month later. Y'all know how lesbians do. My birthday was coming up. We all bought our tickets. We went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for my birthday. I did not have enough money for that. I was so impulsive when I was young. If I wanted to do something, I just did it. Damn the consequences. Y'all, I spent all my money on the ticket in the room. My best friend and Anna, they were paying for everything for me. I had been looking for one of my homeboys for a minute. Like I hadn't heard from him. I get a phone call from my homegirl and she's like, he's in jail because of his crazy baby mama. At that point, I just broke down. Very emotional person. So I just started crying. I'm broke. My homeboy in jail. My phone bill due Monday. I ain't got no money. It just overwhelmed me because I really just wanted to have a good birthday. Anna did not know how to respond to that. She's used to being with men. Oh, well, just forget about it. It's cool. But I wasn't like that. In that moment, I was so overwhelmed that I needed to be held. Guess what she did, y'all? She started crying. I'm over here having an emotional breakdown. She starts crying because I'm crying. I'm a nurturer. I'm a caretaker. I could be dominant, but at the end of the day, I need somebody who's going to care for me too in the same way that I'm gonna be with them. Reciprocated. That's the biggest thing for like a straight girl is the fact that they're used to dudes, to dealing with that masculinity and not all this femininity. We had this long talk while we were in Myrtle Beach. It ended up being a pretty good trip. In August, I got into an accident that totaled my car out. Then I didn't have a means to make money because I didn't have my car to get me to move around. I was pretty much at the house all the time. Anna was there. Like she was just there. September comes around. She's pretty much been in my house almost every single day. There's one day where we have like this big blowout. And honestly, I don't even remember what it was about. And at that point, with everything that I was dealing with, I didn't have the mental capacity. I really just wanted her to leave and she left. The last thing I was concerned with was having a girlfriend. I'm worried about my coins right now. I ain't worried about no woman. Tell me why. She hits my line and we like, okay, like let's hang out. Let's go to the movies. After the movie, it makes it seem like she's supposed to be coming to my house. She done brought her laptop and everything. Like she finna work from my house. I'm like, you ain't even discussed this with me. I don't even want that right now. I'm not trying to have you in my space right now. I need my space. And she did not understand that. I'm taking her home. She said something that made me mad to the point where I turned my music all the way up and sped to her house. You need to get up out my car. I can't deal with you right now. Oh, we get to her house. She is yelling as she gets out the car. I like got so mad, y'all. I got so mad that I opened my door. And Hannah was great. She was beautiful. She gave me something that I ain't have with nobody else. Like, would I ever date a straight girl again? No. At the most, the only thing I'm finna do with the straight girl is have a good time.
I'm not even gonna do that with a straight girl, to be honest. Let's be honest, honey. Let's be honest. That was wow. The red flags. You know, I've never thought about that. I've never dated a straight woman before. No, I never will. Thank you for doing it for me. I'm gonna live vicariously through you. I love a girl who can cook. I love a girl who can cook, honey. Yes, feed me and I feed you, boo. Yes, but not you going on trips with no money, honey. Not you go to what? No, we gotta have spending money. You go on the trip. You pay for the trip, the hotel. But how you gonna live before the trip? How you gonna live on the trip? Like what you gonna eat? Air? You gonna eat air while you on the trip? You ain't gonna do no activities? You ain't gonna have a phone? Like, but I understand, young and dumb, and you just do what you want when you're younger. Now, impulsive movements, I didn't do impulsiveness when I was younger. Everything had a plan. Now I'm more so of impulsive. Like, I'm just do it. Like, money will come back. We're Nike and everything. This is Nike year, you guys. Just do her. I'm over here. So I get that. And I'm glad now that we're older. That we're not making choices like that. Because I was wow. And the fact that y'all moved in already, you were young. We're young. We're doing this. We're doing young things. Young moments. That was crazy. I could not imagine. I don't really share my emotions with people I'm talking to or dating because that has backfired in the past. So I just do not share negative emotions or any emotions like that isn't like something they're used to, because people see me and they see me as a funny, uplifting, go getter person, happy-go-lucky person. So when I have my moment of sadness, I need my space, because you can't handle this. You can't deal with this. Nope, you can't deal with that. Deal with me how I would deal with you. You can't do that. You can't be there for me emotionally how I be, because I'm a sensitive person sometimes. I'm in tune with my emotions and my feelings and other people's emotions and feelings and energy. So it's just like I can be there the way they want me to be there, but not many people can do that to me. And it's completely fine, because like I got me, honey. I got me. I can be there for myself. So I completely understand when she was just like, yo, I need my time. I'm not even worried about you. I'm worried about money, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm in my bag right now. I'm single. I've been single. It's about to be 4 years this year. Been single for 4 years. I'm working on my bag, getting my bag, honey. That's why I'm like, I could be a sugar mama, because I don't need that relationship. I just need the cookie. That's how we do. I don't really need the cookie, but it's nice entertainment. Get that cookie, have the cookie ate, honey. Eat them crumbs. Lick on them crumbs, yeah. I feel that. Work on yourself before you think about anybody else, because she got me all the way freaked up.
I went on a Tinder date Monday night and we decided we were gonna bone, and they were only in town for 1 week, so their company was putting them up in this really fancy hotel in Midtown Manhattan. And I said, let's do a bit. Give me one of the keys to your room. We'll go up separately in separate elevators. Like, I'm a call girl. They said, okay. They went along with it. I go to my elevator. I get inside. There's 3 women in there. They're from out of town. They're from like the South or something. And they're all saying to each other, oh my gosh, I wish I looked skinny. Oh, you look skinny. You look so skinny. Don't you feel skinny? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, I think you all look really skinny, which I'm not saying you should say. I was drunk. I shouldn't have said. I just wanted to connect with these women somehow. And they looked at me and they were like, you were meant to be in our elevator tonight. And I was like, the universe sent me. And then they were like, so did you see a show? And I was like, no, I went on a date and now we're gonna go have sex. And they were like, oh, you go, girl. And they all cheered for me. And then I got out on my floor and one of them followed me. And then the other ones were like, no, this isn't our floor. This is the sex floor. And then we all went, sex floor. And then I had sex and it was a great day.
I love that for all of you guys. Yes, us Southerns, we know, we connected, we own that energy. We just a vibe, you guys. You from the South, we a vibe. I love that. I want to do that now. That's cute. That's really cute. I love it. Out there living your best life. I love it. And meeting like-minded people on the same wavelength, on the same vibration. Love it. We're on the same vibration. Yeah. Comment 1 if you've ever had a one-night stand before. Have I ever had a one-night stand? Have I? Oh yeah, I have. I was just like back in college. College was wild, you guys. How many times you had a walk of shame? I've had so many. Well, it wasn't even a walk of shame. It was just like I did that. I remember one time I was getting. It was crazy. It was a weekday, you guys. Doing a walk of shame during a weekday. Wake up 8 o'clock in the morning and everybody's going to school. You're just walking out in the same clothes, them hoochie mama clothes you had on for last night, and everybody just like got their coffee before they can even get their coffee. And you just scurrying on back to your dorm. College was lit, bro. I've always lived my best life, honey. Yes.
First, I want to say, everyone, you were so lovely and kind. I don't think I read one mean comment. So thank you, everyone. It made me really happy. I think it's time I give a story time because enough people asked for one. I was kind of scared to make one at first because I was like, what if he sees? And then I went, if he's straight, he's probably not on gay talk, so it'll be fine. It might be long, so strap in your seatbelts. It all started at the first try last year of uni, and I spotted him across the room, and I thought he was one of the most beautiful men I've ever seen in my life. Now it's the second trimester of the uni, and I wasn't watching where I was going, and we bumped into each other, and our eyes met. And I was like, I'm sorry. Anyway, and then he was like, oh, didn't see you there. And that was it for that whole try. Now it's the third try. And every Thursday, we had 15 minutes where our paths would cross because there's a bunch of rooms, like in a horseshoe, and there's a couch in the middle. And he would finish his guitar lesson, and 15 minutes later, I'd start my coaching. So I'm like waiting on this couch. In the first week, he walks out and we make eye contact. And then the second week, he walks past and he smiles at me. Then later that day, we just happened to cross paths again and he says, hey, and I went, hey. Now the next week, he walks out of his coaching, and instead of walking past, he just kind of stops and stands there. And in my head, I'm like, why isn't he moving? Maybe he's waiting for me to say something. And so I asked him about how his lesson went. And he sat down on the couch, and we chatted right up until my coaching. And my coach was waiting at the door, waiting for us to finish our conversation, and then was like, Xavier, who's that? And then my coach, helped me find out his last name, because I only got his first name. So I could stalk him on Instagram. The next week, my coaching has now been moved to an earlier time in the day, so I don't have to be waiting at this couch. And I'm looking at the window of my lesson, and my teacher's like, so Xavier, and then he told me his surname, and so, anyway, we left it at that. And obviously, because my coaching was moved to an earlier time, I don't need to be waiting at the couch anymore. But I did. And I waited, and he walked out and sat with me straight away. And we had a chat for a whole hour until his next class. And we did that for a few weeks. Until one week, we were chatting, and I picked up on the vibes that I thought he might be straight. And this sucks, but whatever. So I thought, I'll stop flirting. And when I say flirting, my version of flirting is just having eye contact with someone and chatting. Because I'm lame. But we don't really talk. And we've texted maybe once or twice on Instagram. Months pass, and it's now December. He Merry Christmases his way into my DMs. And I'm thinking, there's only one reason anyone would do that. He follows up the Merry Christmas with a, we should get a drink together sometime, ! XX. And in my head, that was a date. And so we're chatting, we're organizing it. He's like, I'm super excited. He goes, this is quotes. He can get drinks. Then we can wander around. And I'm like, wander around, see what happens, XX. In my head, that is suggestive of something else. And so I sent the same message. I went, see what happens, XX. And he heart reacted. So in my head, we were going on a date. And the day comes, and I filmed the Get Ready With Me, and I'm editing it on the bus. So I'm not looking at my DMs. He's messaging me. I get off the bus, and I hadn't responded. And he thought I was gonna ghost him. And he was like, I thought you were gonna ghost me. Anyway, he was like, I'm really excited to see you tonight. I'm like, okay. And so I meet him, and one of the first things he says to me is, Xavier, I met the girl of my dreams last night. I'm in love. My heart sank. I tried to play it so cool. He proceeded later to tell me a story about how he's straight because a gay guy was flirting with him at a party and he had to turn him down, be like, sorry, dude, I'm straight. And he role-played it as me as the gay person. I was like, what is going on? He was asking me about what my type was, and I had to pretend that it wasn't exactly him. And he just kept talking about how he's straight and how he's in love with this girl the whole time. And I got on the bus and I was just devastated. Also because I was in a show at the time and it was my one day off and I was so excited to spend it, hang out with him, and it wasn't a date. The The crazy thing is we did have like a really awesome time, and he texted me the next day. I was thinking about like a great night last night. We went to like a bar, then we went to see like jazz, and he was like, such a good idea to go to the jazz. We should really do it together sometime. Again sometime. Like, what is this? So that is a story time, and I left that message unread. I haven't responded to it. If you think I should respond, let me know. But that was like 2 months ago. If you stayed around this long, I love you, and thank you for listening. You're the best. Bye.
Yo, so I got date vibes off of that, but like we said before, guys don't know. Like, guys are so absolutely, they don't know. They truly really don't know. They don't. It's like they don't pick up our energy. They don't like no. They don't see the signs. They don't nothing, honey. So while he was telling me the story, I was just like, yeah, that sounds like a date. However, I've learned that with some people, they have to literally say date for it to be a date. Like, don't consider it a date unless they say date. And then clarify that, because some people be like, oh, this is a friend date. Like, you have to clarify that. So, but from what I was listening to, friend, we was on the same page. It kind of sounded like a date. At first, I was just like, because when guys text, guys, now this is from back in the day, they text weird stuff. They be doing weird stuff that girls, if a girl did it, it'd be like, oh, okay, this means something. But when a guy, it's just them texting. It's just weird. It's just like, what is that? What does this mean? Nothing, because guys aren't that deep. Don't hurt me for that. But let's just be honest. When I was talking to guys were not that deep. No, so I'm sorry, friend, but you know, for a second it was a little weird because I had to think about it, because like I went to a majority white school, and the bromance was a real thing, but it wasn't just with white guys. It was with white guys and black guys, black guys, black guys. You know, every race. Bromance was a thing. So when I first listened to it, I was just like, yeah, why he doing all that extra? Like, he gonna stop and talk to you, and y'all talking on the couch? Like, that seems a little bored. He's a guy, and guys are always looking for bros. They're always looking for bros, literally. So it was just like, yeah, it makes sense that he was straight. But it was just weird, because if he knew you were gay, but nowadays nobody cares. Nobody cares. And being gay never stopped anybody from being somebody's friend, a straight person from being somebody's friend. Back in the day, when I was coming up, that kind of stopped you. That stopped you. Stop people from being your friend if they knew you were gay, because they didn't want to be gay by association. So I'm glad we're learning and growing. But yeah, friend, when I first thought about it, I had to get myself in the mindset of, oh, this is a guy, and I just assumed he was white. Just assume. But yeah, guys are like that. Guys are like that. They're just looking for friends, looking for bros, Holmes. Because it seems like, I feel like guys are more, they approach guys, other guys, but they're not forward up front like that with girls, unless it's like it's I feel like they be thinking with the wrong head. Like, if guys approach girls like they approach guys to make friends, it would be so, the world would just be a better place for straight women. I feel like I can't say anything. I have no say so on it, because I'm not a straight woman. I just feel, if you're a straight woman watching, would that be better? Would you rather a guy approach you like he's trying to be your friend, or well, wants to be your friend, interested in being a bro, or you know how they approach you now? Like, which one is better for you? Comment below. I know you see the merch. I know y'all see the merch and you loving it. Go ahead and cop this merch, and before you do, subscribe.